It's not morning anymore. Good afternoon, truly afternoon. Let me make sure that that posted almost, maybe one more time through. There we go. Alles gut? Alles sehr gut. All right. Fixing the herd. Getting my volumes adjusted here. And let me adjust my mic because I didn't put it in the right spot yet again. There we go. Hopefully that's good. All right. No, I don't want to do that. I want to switch. There we go. All right. All right. Let's see here. I'm wearing a sweater in July. It's not that warm in here yet, but I'm waiting. I might have to turn my fan up a little bit. Oops. All right, so this is going to be 2 up and then a seam down here. And that is a little bit large, but I do need to have, some space for text. And then actually maybe a little bit more space down here. All right, so I have my text written. I'll probably have to go through, and this is going to be just a sparkler burst, and this is going to be some floofs will have earmuffs on. All right, and then Ariana, hello, happy Thursday to you too. Welcome to the stream. Gonna be and I'll split it in half as a seamless swipe, I think. Let's see. I like this idea. Annie Bear's gonna bring the cake. She'll have 2 piled up. Y'all Pudge over here bringing something too. And then everybody will be here together at the bottom. So the rhyme goes, I wrote a fresh set this morning. Uh-oh. I need to... Here we go. She was kind of sitting half on and half off, so I adjusted it lower last time, or when I set it up, but now she's kind of moved back. All right, so it goes, on the stage July 4th, we make all the goodies, the pies and cake. We wave the sparklers as day turns to night and watch as bigger ones take flight. And through it all together we sing, from every mountainside let freedom ring. Happy 4th of July. So that's what it's going to break down to. I'm going to have line, line, sparklers, and take flight. That's just going to be the big fireworks going off on that one. And then in the final one, I'm going to have them all together, and through it all together we sing, from every mountainside let freedom ring. And so that'll be like with fireworks here in the background. I'm going to probably lay in all of the wording first, perhaps. I think, maybe, we'll see. I just want to get the framework here ironed out a bit. What is this? All right. Group, group, and group. I think I want a little bit more room up here. Move up, no. Move you up just a smidge. There we go, better. And I think I'm just gonna take everything down to 30% and not bother with, I'll move it out as I need it. But let's just go in here and get it going. Okay, so I didn't wait until the weekend. I watched Detective Sheep last night. It was so good. Or it's The Sheep Detectives. It's on Amazon. And it was so delightful. Highly, highly recommend. Gosh, so I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, no, it is, and it's they're actually, let's see, Hugh Jackman is the main shepherd guy. There were a couple, oh, and Emma Thompson was in it, and did I recognize anybody else? I kind of don't think I recognized anybody else. I kind of sort of recognized the butcher, but I couldn't place where I'd seen him. But yeah, highly recommend. Wonderful show. They actually, the characters were beautifully developed, and I don't know, I had a lot of laughs. It had some tears too, so fair warning, but it's I don't know, you know, I was talking with one of my artist friends, and she was like, I don't want to give it away, but the writers were not afraid to do things and make the audience feel things. And I feel like these days it's very rare that a movie, especially one that's marketed towards kids, does that. They really don't have as much emotional impact as, I would say, definitely some of the shows that, you know, I grew up with in the 80s and 90s did. You know, I don't think emotional scarring like Artax in, you know, Never Ending Story is necessary, but I mean, that was, I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know. I really don't know. I kind of think, yeah, I think, I don't know. Because, I mean, those movies were really, they were full of emotional, you know, incidents. And that teaches a lot of value. I mean, it teaches a, you know, yeah, I don't know. I mean, same thing with The Last Unicorn. I mean, that one, there's loss in there, definitely. I don't know. But anyway, I see that a lot of those movies, they're I don't want to call them soft, but they kind of shy away from those heavy topics. And, or if they do it, oh God, that made me so angry in the Mando. It was at the end of the second season. It was the robot. I forget what the robot's name was, but he sacrificed himself to save the group. And they couldn't just let that sacrifice go. They couldn't let him be a hero. They had to bring his body back and stick, you know, Baby Yoda in it. And that made me so angry. And that was when I tuned out of that series. Because that was legitimately a great ending, beautifully written character and arc, and they just ruined it by literally dragging the bones of this character out, reanimating them, and making it a joke. Frustrating. in The Mandalorian, second season. That's what I'm talking about. It's just the choices of the writers. Oh, you didn't watch season 2? Okay, so it was so Mando has the thing against robots and stuff, but one of the robots is like it was an assassination bot, but they kind of retooled it so it was built to protect now. And I think it was the end of the second season, he sacrifices himself. He basically sacrifices himself so everybody else can get away. And then in the next season, they kind of find his parts, and they can't bring back the robot, but they stick Baby Yoda in it and let him control it. And it was just, ugh. Whatever writer came up with that idea should never be allowed in a writer's room, because I would really highly question. That ruined a lot of that for me. I think it was season 3. Yeah, it really was. And it just, but I could see that, oh, wouldn't it be funny if Baby Yoda did this? And, oh, he could just do this. And, we could give a way to make Baby Yoda talk back to Mando. It just... I can understand how the idea, maybe would have sounded funny in a writer's room, but if a more mature, experienced, dare I say, better writer were in the room still, they probably would have nixed the idea and said, hey, that's probably, the gag is not worth what you're doing to the canon, but whatever. Hey Nova, welcome to the stream. But that's my gripe about Mando. I would not recommend watching past season 2 at all. All right, let's group and center. And let's bring this down. I might not need that much room, but I'll adjust later. Did you watch the movie? I have not watched the movie. I didn't really want to. I mean, I was so disappointed with the last season that I've just kind of checked out of, which makes me sad, because I loved the first 2 seasons and I loved, the development and everything they did, but I don't know. I just wasn't. It's apathy. It's sad though, because when you have, these series that you love that you just develop an apathy for, it's just really kind of, I don't know. I think Disney did it to themselves, honestly, but well, whatever. Did y'all hear about Supergirls? Still haven't watched it, but would love to. What I heard was that Snow wasn't a very uplifting story. She's kind of drunk and grumpy for most of the movie, and she's just like going to save her dog, but there are so many easy things she could have done to save the dog before actually saving the dog. I don't know. I don't really have an interest in seeing it. I liked I loved Henry Cavill's Superman. I didn't really watch the new Superman. When I saw the trailers for it, I didn't get the, I want to see this movie. I didn't get that. So I guess I'll just wait to see it on streaming. But I definitely got that feeling for Sheep Detectives. That was such a good movie. Highly recommend. Trying to think of what other action movie. Oh, sorry. Well, you've seen pretty much everything, I think, if you watch the trailer. That's what I've heard. I liked Henry Cavill's too, but I do want to watch the most recent one. I might watch Supergirl, but it's not really getting good reviews. Yeah, I hear the same thing. I do like, I liked, what was her name? Christy, shoot, the one that was in the 80s. I watched that one a lot, actually. Shoot, Slater. Christy Slater? Hers? That was a fun one. Oh, in Henry Cavill, in The Man of Steel, I loved Zod. But Michael Shannon, he just plays such a good villain. And I know that, you know, they made him, you know, do the thing that Superman's never supposed to do. But I don't know, I still enjoy the movie. Helen Slater. Helen Slater. That's her name. Is it Helen Slater? He really is. What was the last one I saw him in? I really, let's see. I haven't watched the Enola Holmes series. I know he plays she's the, what is it? Does he play Sherlock? And Millie Bobby whatever plays his little sister, I think. I haven't watched that yet. I really enjoyed the League of, no, it was the Gentleman movie where they're doing that kind of like the mission that inspired, one of the missions that inspired James Bond's character from World War II. Gosh, what is it? Something Gentleman, group of something. I gotta look it up now. Let's just look at Henry Cavill. Thank you. Movies. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. There we go. That was, I liked it a lot. Really, really good one. Okay, Nova, take care. Did a big drawing of Ken from Street Fighter and started Guile 1. Nice! Take care, Nova. Hey, Ashwin, how are you doing today? Was Carrie Ellis in? No, there was somebody else that was in that one. But yeah, so it takes place World War II. They are sent, it's a off the books mission, and Henry Cavill is kind of like this, not a rogue, kind of a rogue operative. But they do this mission off the books, which is intending to go sink this this German supply ship that basically has all of the stuff that supplies their fleet of submarines and all of that. So they go on this mission, and it's just really, it's a good action and lots of fun kind of banter too. I think Guy Ritchie directed it. So it's if you've ever, you know, seen some of his movies. It's very in line. Lots of big action scenes, big booms. Yeah, I saw that one in the theater. It was a good one to see in the theater. I might actually draw Momo's tail wrapped around her body. Let's move this out for a minute. I want to make sure, because this one is going to be her and Coconut together. So I might just make her a little bit bigger. Coco's going to be here. They're going to be kind of pressing their cheeks together. Now I need to, there we go. So that's going to be blocking most of her whiskers. I'm going to have a flag here. And then let's make Cocoa Bean. Recently, ooh, I heard of that one. That's doesn't that have something like a smaller indie studio made it, or a YouTuber or something? Or am I mixing those up? And I want to bring her cheek up a little bit. It was good. Yeah, I also watched Backrooms too. I've heard good things about that one as well. Oh, it reminds me, I wanted to, speaking of horror movies, I want to watch The Descent again. It has been a while. And I saw some discussion on the cinematography again on Instagram. I was like, ooh, that makes me want to watch it again. I'm gonna tip her eyes a little bit. She is kind of leaning her face in. I don't want it to be sliding off her face, but this one seems a little odd. for whatever reason. There we go. That's okay. Obsession was kind of disturbing as the things main character did, but it's a good movie for sure. I will give it a look. Okay, I gotta draw in Momo's arm back here. It is R-rated. Backrooms is like people who know the lore behind backrooms. They should watch them because without any prior information about backrooms, you'll be bored. Okay. Well, that's a fair, you know, fair warning. I kind of need to redo her little leglet here. Her little leg is kind of not as... There we go. That's a little bit thick though. That's a little more like it. It just got a little weird. I think I just drew it too thin or something. There we go. All right, and I'm going to draw Momo's arm coming over here. Just holding on to her. Let's see. And then I think back in here, I'll draw her arm like this. I think that'll work. Backroom, the film was good, but it's more about subconscious mind and memory, so people really get confused and bored. Oh, okay. Did anyone watch the new Angry Bird trailer? I have not yet. I haven't played Angry Birds in ages. I'm not trying to remember what level I got to. Oh, I forgot her tail. I was like, what's... Something looks weird. Something's missing. It's Momo's tail. I'll just use this heart that I've already drawn. There was one time I forgot. I was doing, it was a Super Bowl drawing. And I It was of Tuxie, and something about it just bothered me. I couldn't figure out what it was. It's like, okay, well, whatever, I'll just post it anyway. And then it wasn't until the next morning when I looked at my post that I saw that I forgot to put on his sweater. And so, yeah. My mom used to love playing Angry Birds. That's a good one. I think did my sister play Angry Birds? No, she got me into... Oh, she got me into this word game, Wordscapes, I think. Got me into that one. I think my other sister plays one of the like Candy Crush type games, I think. All right, I'll leave that one. Let's move on. Oops, I can get rid of that tail. Move on to the next. Boop. All right, now we have, oh, I need to put in the text. Let me go ahead and just put that in now and have that all done. All right, let's bring this here. And this. Day, July 4th, we make all the goodies. I'll make those bigger too, and then here we wave the sparklers as day turns to night. I think I'll have to break this into two. All right, and we need to center a line. We'll just make it a little bigger so you can read it, and a few more points there so it has room to breathe. We wave the sparklers as day turns to night. I'm just going to delete this one. And watch as bigger ones take flight. And watch overhead as bigger ones take flight. I'm going to change this. While ing. There we go. And then that will make this and not be as repetitive. And through it all. do it all kind of together and say every note inside. Would that be a colon? Be a semicolon. All right, that has enough room to breathe. It kind of looks like it does. Is it the same as this? It is. Okay, good. Center, center, center. There we go. And then I'll put a happy fourth somewhere else. And I need to make these two guys bigger. Let's make them match these guys. There we go. Today, July 4th, we make all the goodies, the pies and cake. We wave the sparklers as day turns to night while watching overhead as bigger ones take flight. I like that better. And threw it all together, we sing from every mountainside. Okay. All right, save, because I haven't saved in ages. All right, now I need to go over here. I did hit save, and we're working on Granny Bear, Pudge, and this will be like Momo's ears from the back. She's like turned around and noticed that they've arrived. They've brought goodies. I think her head's a little tall. Let's bring that down a bit. And let's also clean up those points. I might have to make this entire thing a little smaller, but I'll wait to do that until I actually determine I need the room, which I probably will, but we're gonna wait for a minute and see. I think I need to draw her body a little bit. There we go. She's gonna be, I've got to have the boxes here. I feel like it's off. Is her head a bit too big? I think if she's walking that way, walk this way. No, let's just not make weird legs. I'm gonna have a toe tossed out like she's walking. I'll do it like that, so it reads a little easier. And let's actually make it look like it's right instead of whatever the heck it is I'm doing here. Do I need to place this one back? Because it's like one foot is back, the other one is hitting. So it should actually be, this is like a toe. Oh my God, look at that. Wow, look at all of those. What the heck? Okay, I was like, holy cow. I thought this was all anchor points, like just solid anchor points. Goodness. Just whatever I had selected was kind of throwing me off there. Okay, I think her body shape is a little weird, so I'm going to redraw this. Still not quite happy with. I'm gonna erase these feet. I think the feet are bugging me and the body shape is bugging me. So let's get this right first and then I'll draw the feet. And the tail is bugging me too, so. Almost. I don't want to move that. Is that better? Is that really better? I think maybe. All right, so this is going to be, she's got her arm, she's let me draw the box of cake pie, whatever she's holding. I think that might help me make sense out of the shapes a little more. Group this and raise it up to where she'll be holding it. There we go. Trying to remember, you know what, I'm just going to leave it simple. Just trying to remember the folding pattern on the side of a bakery box. I do love it when the bakeries do that, you know, the special little sticker or seal. Makes it feel just that little bit extra special. All right, let's move this up a little bit. I got to change the position of her arm because she's holding it like this. Or maybe she's got her other paw under here and she's holding, yes, of course she is. And why am I putting that here when it's going to be blocked by her paw? Let's move this over. I forgot to go into my layer, my group. X. Forward. There we go. Delete. All right. Now you can see the little detail and it won't be blocked by her paw. Now I can draw her. Got her. I'm changing my mind. It's not going to be. Oh, it should be supporting the bottom though. But if it's a pie dupe, yeah. We got to support the bottom. But let me raise it up a little bit more then. All right, so that one is going to have her paw down there, so she'll be like holding on to it like that. So we're not going to see that, so I don't need to draw it. Do need to draw some legs. I think what's bugging me is that I drew this outline really thick. Most of it's going to be gone, but I kind of want to make this a little bit less of a... Maybe I can just fix it this way. Maybe I can just come in here, and this is what I'm mostly concerned about. Make it a little bit thinner through there, because all of this is going to disappear. And this, and that, as a matter of fact. All right. There we go. All right, I kind of want to, I feel like her, I want this shawl to be a little bit more, it's coming down like this, maybe like that. And let's make this a little bit more splashy. There we go. She's usually, you can't see it, but usually she sleeps with her tongue just a little blip stick out like that. And sometimes she, like when if she's been asleep and I walk into the room and I start talking to her, she'll get up and she'll forget to pull her tongue back in. So she'll stretch and she'll be like, she stretches. It is super cute. Oh, did I do something weird to her paw? Right, well, we gotta fix that, and I'm just gonna redraw it. Must have accidentally dragged an anchor point or something. All right, so I've got GB's little shawl here. Her arm is underneath holding the box from the bottom, so I can erase this. And I can erase this because it's behind. I can get rid of her face line. think it was last weekend, I picked up where I had left off in Path of Exile, and they were running a stash tab sale. So I spent a couple, probably longer than I should have, organizing my inventory, because I picked up, I think I picked up a couple. I don't usually hoard drops and stuff, but I kind of don't want to let go of weapons that could possibly be useful. And that's actually helped because I've made, you know, it usually comes around when I make new characters. So it's just nice to have everything so organized. All right, so there's GB. She's bringing her cookies, and I think I'm gonna have like a little hill over here that Pudge is, he's gonna be smaller here. So he'll be coming with like maybe a basket of something. So he's gonna be not as big as he is here, and then I have, in terms of scale, I'll have Momo's head here. But let's just go ahead and do, I'm gonna kind of cut off this. And let's draw this hillside in so I can draw him kind of coming up behind. Oh, she's dreaming. I don't know if you can see her paws and whiskers are twitching. Oh, she stopped. Sometimes she gets really, really twitchy. Sorry, I missed what game you were talking. Oh, I was talking about Path of Exile. I'm gonna have his ears kind of flapping up. Oh, that's a little bit too much flop. Let's see. Maybe like that, and let's draw in this. There we go. So I need to make this one a little bit smaller. Don't want it to be too mismatched. My doggy also does this. Her paws start to twitch a lot, and she, aww. Yeah, it's Pete does too. He does a lot of yipping in his sleep. So I'll be, you know, sitting here drawing, and I'll hear him kind of. It's almost sounds like he has the hiccups sometimes. It's really funny. Bring the nose up a little higher. His eyes are a little big. I'm gonna make him a little bit smaller. There we go, that's better. Let's get these ears positioned back on. I want him to be carrying, let's just draw a box first, and I'll decide what I want him to carry in a minute. Make you smaller, because that doesn't quite fit where the space is. You know what? Here, let's change this up. I'm gonna have him, let's have him off to the side, and I'll have a basket here. We can have a basket of something he's carrying, and then he'll have something else here that he's holding on to. I think that'll work. That was oh no, she's got it. Her tongue is out. Oh my God, can you see it? You can't see it. Oh no. Oh, don't pull. Oh, you pulled it in. You pulled it in, Beanie. Good morning. Good afternoon, actually. I don't think you could see it on the camera, but she had her tongue sticking out. Welcome back, Nova. I can see. I'm going to make this a foot. Since the ears are flying, that would suggest motion. So I'm going to kick the foot up. You're going to make a company coloring guide? Cool. Maybe Pudge is bringing a ball with him so he can play games with the floofs. That would be, of course he would bring a ball with him. This, paw out, and so his arm is going to be like that. It's going to be blocked by a lot, but I want to get this basket right. No, I meant like I'll be here coloring. Oh, Guile. Okay, I'm sorry. She is quite chill, except when she's not. There's sometimes when she's not chill. Would this be at this angle? I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna back up and I'm just gonna draw a box how I think it should be. So I think maybe not like that. I'm way off here. Hold on. There we go. So something like that. And the handle needs to be back further. So this is okay. So handle is going to go up like that. And then I can make this look like a basket. There we go. That's a little better. I just had the angle off because he's got momentum. He's coming up from the thing. The basket is going to be, you're going to see a little bit of what's inside. Thought cats were very mischievous ones. I didn't know Coco seems very chill. I would say they're more rambunctious and mischievous when they are kittens and like maybe 1 to 2 years. Usually they tend to chill quite a bit. Take that out. Move that over actually. Yeah. Between cats and dogs, what do you like most about them? Like quality of each or habit? That's a good question. Because they're both very different. Well, they both, I mean, I was going to say it. Because when Coco snuggles on my lap, that's really wonderful. But so is it when Petewood snuggles up against me too. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they are both awesome. I think one of the things I love about dogs is they're always happy to see you. Cats, they show that in their own way, but dogs, I think, are a little bit more visually vocal about it. Cats aren't so much, but they definitely do show that they love and miss you. And when you come back from wherever, grocery store or vacation or whatever, I like how chill she is, and that's something I've noticed. Well, actually, both of them do that, because Pete will come in here and he'll chill with me, beside here. But she does that more often. She just chills with me and wants to be close, just right there. And Momo Cheat was that way too, but she would want to be right here. At that point in time, I had a smaller drawing tablet, so she could physically fit between where the tablet was on my desk and me, and she liked, plus the heating, the little bit of warmth that came off the tablet surface. So, but even when I wasn't working on my tablet, she would be between me and the keyboard, so she just kind of wanted to be near. And she does that too. She likes to squish behind me when she's in that mood. Hey, Rare Candy. Welcome to the stream. Nope. I'm gonna draw a couple of stripes on this ball, I think. Whoops. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it that way. And I'll put this. Dogs are always happy to see us, and they never forget humans. I don't know much about cats, but Coco seems pretty chill. She's very chill. I'm doing good, Rare Candy. How about you? I'm going to move this ball over a little bit. He's kind of holding it in front of here. There we go. And let's give him a heart. And I'm going to fix this paw a little bit. There we go. I can erase this. Go. Go ahead and do that with these items as well. And I don't need the body line there. Can actually take out a lot of these details. There we go. And there we go. Oh, I forgot this. There we go. Okay. And now let's get Momo in the foreground here. What do you like to draw? Cartoon scenery, character? I like to draw them all. I love drawing backgrounds. I think overall, I love line art more than color, because I just spend hours doing line art, and then coloring just goes by so quickly for me. But I love focusing on those little details. And the line work. Yeah, I do stream often. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays around the same time, about 2-ish hours. I'm gonna have to delete that. erase all that, didn't need it. It's all right. Am I gonna keep the, no, the paw will be in front of her face. Like she's waving there. So I'll erase this instead. Use a screenless tablet like an Intuos. That is very cool. That's something that I could not get adjusted to. And I struggled. Like my first tablet was, it was like a Wacom Graphire or something. And it, the only way I could use it and draw with it was when I had it attached to my laptop sitting on top of the keyboard, so the distance between where I was drawing and the screen was not that far. I just couldn't make that leap of looking up here and then drawing down here. I couldn't, it was really difficult. And that, of course, because of that, and it makes no sense, I was like, well, I won't, bother with a regular screen tablet. But that changed everything once I got a screen tablet. It made drawing digitally so much more fun and easy and enjoyable. But I've always admired those who can separate and do that. I'm sure it's just something with practice that I could probably eventually get, but it was really difficult. That one's done. Right, let's move out these sections real quick. Ooh, there we go. And now let's go to these two. And I'm gonna hit save. Oh, very cool. I use a Huion tablet attached to my laptop. Nice. Oh, thank you so much for this Rare Candy. Ashwin. All right. So let me just zoom out here and show how far I've gotten on the comic here. So it's a 4th of July comic for this weekend. I'm going to post it tomorrow because I usually do my comic posts on Friday. I used to do them on Tuesday as well. I want to work back up to that, but for now it's just Fridays. So this one, I wrote this out for the comic. On this day, July 4th, we make all the goodies, the pies and cake. We wave the sparklers as day turns to night. And I'll have my characters here with their sparklers while watching overhead as bigger ones take flight. And then this is just going to be a fireworks burst. And then here the final panel is, and through it all together we sing, from every mountainside let freedom ring. And so I'll have all my characters here playing around on the grassy hillside while fireworks are above them. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a good update. Next week. It's going to be cutting close, but I think it'll be okay. As long as, yeah, that'll cut it close, but I think it'll be all right. All right. I just heard back from one of my bag suppliers. A shipment I was waiting on for San Diego got in, and they're gonna print that next week. What's on the 4th of July? It is the U.S. Independence Day. So it's a big deal here. It's doubly so since it's the 250th anniversary this year. I feel like happy is a little bit off here. Let's kind of bring, yeah, there we go. Ah, that's not good. I wanted to smooth this angle out. There we go. That's better. But this is kind of weird. Happy's toilet paper is kind of weird. Maybe I should bring this in a smidge. And then better? Maybe. There. I think I just had the angle of his toilet paper wrong. Hey Dee! Have a power outage, so tough to work today. Oh goodness! Unsure how long I'll be here today, but glad to stop by for a few. Oh, good to see you, Dee. I hope your power comes back on very soon. I know that can be so frustrating. I get them randomly here. There's no, sometimes well, a lot of times there's no rhyme or reason to it because there's like not a windstorm, not a big storm. It's just middle of the day, everything's fine, and then bzz, you can hear the transformer blow. But I think they've done something recently that there's like it usually, knock on wood, because if I say that, you know, it won't, but usually it comes back on within like 30 seconds or a minute. It almost feels like there's like several fuses in a row that automatically, one blows, it goes to the other, that one blows, it goes to the next one, and something like that. That's what it feels like when it happens, at least. There we go. That's a little better. I think I just had his proportions off. I need to redraw that toilet paper arm. Let's be a little longer. This needs to be a little shorter. There we go. And I'm going to have a floof on top of its head. There we go. I can get rid of the face line there. I have to take an ibuprofen or something. I think I'm going to draw a floof here with earmuffs on. I'm going to draw the floof before I draw the earmuffs. And the question is, how would a floof wear earmuffs? I'm just going to have them with the little earplugs in. Smaller. And these arms up a bit. There we go. Happy floof. I'm still here just helping to fix a door. Oh my goodness. Hopefully it's an easy fix. floof with Happy. Got another floof that's very excited. So in Cozy Town, sparklers are made with flutterbugs. They just sit on the end of twigs. They make tiny little legs. I think I'm going to group Happy and this little floof and have them over here. No flutterbug. Make those smaller again. Oh shoot, I missed some chat here. Do you color them in? Yes, I do. Well, I don't usually get to color on stream. I'm usually just doing line art. Anime, welcome. Oh, no name. No name I have. Okay. Welcome. I'm glad you like the comic. Keep working. You'll get to where you want to be. Uh-oh. There you go, Beanie. You flipping it over? It's time to toast the other side. All right. So that one's good, and then I'm just going to have the fireworks going off on this one, which is going to be mostly color, but I'll go ahead and let's see. How do I want to draw it? Let me see. How do I want to do this? I want to do it like that, like have the, and this will be in the background. I'm trying to remember how I've done fireworks in the past. I don't want it to come up here. I think I'm going to have to do this all with coloring. Sure, you can go ahead and post your webtoon. It's one that's testing the waters. Quit this one, I lost motivation, made a new one that's going to have only a single type of content. Very cool. How have I drawn? I know I do. Try it this way. Smooth this out. There we go. And I do want to have like a background line coming in. Basic sparkler lights. And then I'll have like a trail coming up to kind of in the background of that. This will just be the basics of what I want here. Something along those lines. Now let's move this out. Most of that is going to be achieved in color though. Oops. I want all of that to go. Just this. All right. And now I do the group shot here. The channel's 15 minutes old. Marked every day of it. I was less than 13 before my brain changed a lot. Could you please share blob brush settings? Of course. Whoops, gotta get on the blob brush. All right, so on my blob brush, what I don't really have, you know, any magic settings. I keep the angle and roundness fixed at these, and then I put pressure equal to variation. Size on here. I keep pressure and then have the variation equal to this size, so it gives me the largest range. And at the canvas size I work at, which is, I mean, around 1500 pixels wide by whatever long in this case, this is a good range. I usually keep it around 21 to 22, and that gives me good line width. If I have a huge canvas, I'm going to have to bump that up. And the only other thing that is really helpful to me on this setting is right here. Keep selected is deselected, and then merge only with selection is checked. What that allows me to do is it allows me to make a lot of quick strokes in succession, but not have them accidentally merge into one. So let's say I'm drawing grass texture like this. And hey, I figure out I don't like maybe this line right here. But if I had that checked, this would be one big blob. It would automatically combine it. So by having that deselected, I can come in, select the stroke that I don't like, and redraw it. So that's a little thing that I think in default is not done, but and then I think on my Wacom settings, it's just stock. I haven't done anything special there. All right, hit save. What's Webtoon? Webtoon is a website that has a lot of different it's kind of like a Webtoons newspaper almost, or sorry, webcomic newspaper where it's just all different webcomics. They have a original creator side called Canvas, and then they have Webtoons featured. I don't know what the I know those are exclusive to Webtoons, and then they have it's a lot of manga style, manhwa, Korean anime style ones on there that are really popular, but there are some other slice of life stuff on there. Lots of different genres. You can read really anything on there. Sure. Can you Is it possible to connect with you? I'm having an issue with my blob brush. If you can upload it to like, you know, any, you know, Google Drive or whatever, and just send me the link to the picture, I can look at it and see. Or if you can describe the problem, I can probably help. But I have issues with my blob brush as well, but they're ones that Adobe is not going to fix. I'm going to merge 2 of these 3 canvases for episode 2. Interesting. You have a Discord. I do have a Discord, but it is not active at all. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Abby should be looking up. Maybe just a smidge. Okay. I kind of want to take care of the background first because I've got to get the lay of this land before, and I do want to come in here and do one thing. I need to hit save first of all. Let's come over here and I'm going to draw 2 boxes because I'm going to make a seamless swipe for Instagram. And I want to be able to make sure everything is kind of contained into this little area. Just most of it. Most of the action. Alright, that'll help. And then I'll move that line here and this line here, and then I'll have just a little bit of extra. I'll have to scale things a little bit, but that'll be okay. Alright. I know, it's wonderful. I send you a message on your Facebook page now, we'd be able to see it. Do it Instagram. Instagram is better. All right, and I need to get this. So I'm going to have a nice big open sky. And I want to have a couple of characters over here. I'm going to have them kind of laying on the hillside. And we do need to group. There we go. Let's see. All right. All right, now I'm in. Momo here. I haven't done. I think I did one illustration like this a while ago. Let's fix this up. A little bit skewed here. There we go. It's still a little big. Go. Well, yep. Maybe I'll just have it pause up like this. And then we can have some fluffy grass. And I think I need to angle her a little bit differently. There we go. And then I'll have Coco beside her right here. I'll probably finish this off stream. Gonna have another character there, several over here. Granny Bear is gonna be here. Make Happy a little bigger if I'm keeping the scale of these characters right. And then I'm gonna have this floof running with the sparklers. Floof here. Gotta have Pudge right there. Let's see, who else do I need? I've got Floof's Happy, I've got Momo Coco, I've got really all the characters that were in. I can put some other floofs here. One pile there maybe. And I need to have Miss Boot over here. I think that'll be good. I've got that arranged nice, and then I'll have the fireworks going off over here. I think that'll work well. Alrighty. Yes. Hold on just a second. Since we're talking about comic making, suggest to you guys 2 books by the same author that really helped me understand making comics and just to get into that headspace really well. And it's both by Scott McCloud, Making Comics and Understanding Comics. You can see some of the bookmarks I have in here. But what's really fun about these is that they are laid out as a graphic novel, as he explains how to make comics in a comic. And really neat. He breaks down some of the anatomy of a comic, the different types of shots, how you can, let me just go to the chapter here. Materials, especially, also, rather, story, how you can, and one of the things that was really difficult for me that this book helped with was the space between the frame. How to figure out what you can draw in one frame and then the next frame and still have the audience able to connect the two. So like, for example, a punch. In one frame, you can have the character just really exaggerated, rearing back, ready to throw the punch. And then this next frame, you've got the follow through with the punch. And so in your reader's mind, those two are kind of connected almost in an animated sense. And, you know, when I was doing comics early on, that was a really big struggle point for me, was that I didn't know, well, which poses to pick to actually still have that action connected through. And it's something that, you know, you get with practice, but it helps to have good explanations too. And that's what understanding comics is more on, like the theory and different parts of symbolism, going through history as well. And it's just really, by and large, a great series of books. There's also Reinventing Comics, but if you're starting out, Making and Understanding, I think, are both great books for you to see if you can get your hands on. Whoops. All right, I think I'll probably end the stream here. I'll finish this up outside of stream, and I'll get this all colored up. It shouldn't be too awfully bad. But yeah, so this will be good. I'll have the fireworks going off here. It'll be all very moody, and I'm still deciding on my color palette. I'm thinking I might do a progression, like this will be perhaps dusk right here starting, and then this will be kind of nighttime, and then I'll have naturally a flow into fireworks in the nighttime sky, and then this one will be at night when they are watching the fireworks. So I think I'll do like a sunset progression, like they all decided to meet at dusk and watch the fireworks. Cozy Town fireworks. All right, now I'll go over here and I'll read out the comic itself one more time. So it's titled Let Freedom Ring. On this day, July 4th, we make all the goodies, the pies and cake. We wave the sparklers as day turns to night, while watching overhead as bigger ones take flight. And through it all together we sing, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. So I'll have all of the fireworks here. Good stuff. So it won't take me too long to floofs never take very long. Boop is a little bit more involved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, finishing up happy. 5 or 6-ish characters left to draw. And then the backgrounds won't be too bad. But yeah. All right. Aw, thank you, Ashwin. I hope you have a good day too. And a wonderful weekend. Let me go ahead and go over to my ending screen. I will be back on Tuesday with, probably product stuff, because I'm going to be starting to do, not product stuff, but like marketing stuff, because I have to set up all of my Comic-Con banners and posts, and I've got to do a blog, so I'm going to be probably working on that, maybe doing some planning for originals, because I have to really start painting those like this weekend. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. A happy 4th of July if you're celebrating. Thank you so much, Ariana, Ashwin, Medicare, let's see, Rare Candy, Nova, No Name, let me see, anybody else? All my lurkers, D. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Nova, I know you were here for a little bit. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. If you want to see how this comic ends up colored, you can check out my website or any of my social media. The new comics go live on Fridays, and so you can see that up there. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.